January. Cold front's supposed to be coming through here in Toronto, Canada. I wish I was able to get out of here and get my visa to go back to China, but unfortunately everything's on lockdown and the visa center's closed. Doesn't look like I'm going to make it back to China for Chinese New Year. This will be the first Chinese New Year I'm actually back here in Canada. Now, hey everyone, it's Hollywood, and today I wanted to make this video so people, just to bring awareness, people take care of your health. Go to the doctors, at least once a year for blood work and a checkup. That's the one thing. I was pretty ignorant to my life and my conditions and stuff. I thought I was invincible, and over time, stuff just tore me down and hit me. So I've been slightly posting what happened to me in my Instagram and on YouTube, but I want to sit down and tell you guys like a full-on story. So if you're diabetic, or if you have a thyroid condition, or just anything, because this can relate to you, it can always get worse. So just make sure you're on top of your illness. Don't ignore it. If you take, just accept it. It's not hard to take insulin. Like for me, I was scared to jab myself with that needle, but you get used to it. And there's so many great devices out there that I'll get into that for nowadays. Your life's not going to end. However, mine did come close to it. So let me get into it with you guys, okay? Let's sit down. So let me sit back on the sofa and get into my medical history. Now, if you have something medical history, you recently fell ill yourself, leave a comment below. Well, okay, so my medical history started when I was a teenager. The first thing to get wrong with me would be over here in your neck, I think this side. You have a gland called your thyroid. Now, my thyroid gland, I had low levels, hypothyroid. And it affects things like your ability to handle the cold, digestive systems, enzymes, hair growth and stuff. However, I did not feel ill, so I kind of told the doctor, I'm not taking a pill. I don't need that. I feel fine. Later on in life, not taking that pill has affected me, but now that I'm regulated and getting the right dosage of it, I'm not feeling the cold anymore. My hair is starting to get thicker again, and I should have always been taking it. So first note is, if a doctor ever tells you there's something wrong, even if you don't agree, get another blood test done and take the pills, because they'll help you in the long run. Who knows what damage not taking those pills did. Now, later on in life, before I left for China, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, meaning my pancreas supposedly only works a little bit now, that it's failing. So I was put on a pill called metformin. This is a diabetic pill that's supposed to bring down your sugars, but it really hurts the stomach. You take it with a meal. Still, my sugars when I was taking this pill were up at 17. They only brought it down to 10 or 12. Never better. And your sugar levels are supposed to be between 5 and 7. So we'll get to that. So being in China 4 or 5 years, the type of food, it's a lot of carbs, rice, noodles, meat a little bit, some vegetables, but the diet is not necessarily the best. It's good for you. Some of the things they have in the West, they don't have there. So you have your positives and negatives of that type of diet. If you check, I think research recently, they said Chinese is the new population with the most obesity or most diabetes. Link below. Google search that. I'm not quoting or whatever. I think I've heard that. Oh, anyways, so yeah, eating that diet, my sugars, I would still check them. They'd still be up at 12. I thought, that'd be fine. However, I started feeling ill again, and I went to the hospital, and the doctor there told me, nope, we need to put you on insulin. So I started my journey of needles. Now, yeah, like I said earlier, at first it sucks. You have to psych yourself out to give the needle sometimes, especially since I'm so slim. I don't have the fat to inject. But I've finally gotten used to it. It's nothing now. Especially with the new device on my arm, which we'll get into. So I started to get my diabetes in check, but by this time, what happened, this was 2020. I was at home. We weren't allowed to go out. We were under lockdown. I wasn't eating well. And just a whole bunch of things hit. So while sitting down so much, I had back problems. And I had these sharp pains. Neuropathy started to kick in. Started in the right foot, then traveled up the leg into the back and the outer thigh. That tendon there, felt like someone was tugging on it and razoring it. So yeah, I ended up spending a lot of money in the hospitals in China. And they came down that I had sciatica and a bit of neuropathy, so they started giving me Lyrica there, pregabalin, to help the nerve pain. And they also gave me a lot of physiotherapy. However, at that time, I was also starting to have an issue called postural hypertension. Now that's where you would stand up like this, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, your blood pressure would drop and you'd pass out. They sent me to an endocrinologist there, but my money was running slim, so I tried healing at home, and after 2 weeks, I was just like, you know what? I gotta get back to Canada. So I booked a ticket home, got back, and went straight to the hospital. Now, in the hospital in Canada, I spent 3 weeks. They did many tests. At first, they thought I had adrenal failure problem. That would have ruined my life. It would have been horrible. Thank God I didn't have that. And finally, they just determined I might have a rare disease, and I needed a treatment called IVIG treatment. So these are blood treatments, almost like chemo. It's a clear blood treatment they stick into you. I had it 5 days in a row in the hospital, and it caused me to vomit and throw up. So if anyone here has had IVIG, it's crazy. And then I had it 1 month for 3 months. Now the deal was we do that, and then we wait another 3 months. If I don't need the treatment anymore, if I'm fine, I'm good. However, there was a possibility that I would still need the treatments and I'd be stuck in Canada forever. So now the 3 months are over and I'm fine. So I'm starting to get healthy. I'm not 100% better. I'm still below my body mass index. I still have some stomach problems, but that's what I'll show you what I'm doing to try to get back to being myself. Anyways, let me move to this. Okay, so let me talk a bit about my diabetic journey. When I get back to China, I'm going to continue a series called My Diabetic Life in China, along with all the, market stuff too. It's just going to be a lot to come. But the most important thing that I've had introduced into my life, and I was terrified to use this, is called the Freestyle Libre device. So this is the device, and normally a blood sugar device, let's see if my dad's is over here. Yeah, it's right here. I believe this is his. So normally a blood sugar device, you'll see is like this, right? It looks almost the same, except he needs to pop this thing and then prick his finger with one of these strips. And these strips are expensive too. All of diabetic stuff is expensive. But you need to do that, and it hurts. You need to do that every time you want to eat, pretty much, to check your sugar if you're feeling sick. So at least 6 times a day, I say. The doctors want you between 5 and 10 times a day. However, that used to suck. I was doing that in China. When I came back to Canada, the doctor recommended the Freestyle Libras. And I was very terrified of having it because I can show you right now, it's always in the arm. You see, it's right there. And it's to check, all you do is turn it on. My sugar's high right now. And you can see it right there. You see I can smack it. I thought it would be like a metal or a needle in your arm the whole time. It's like a microfiber, and I'll show you with these ones. It has an applicator here. You twist it off. You pop this one open, you put it in, and then you just put it on the arm and poop. Doesn't hurt at all. You don't feel it. At least I don't feel it at all. To come off, it's just like a sticker. You rip it off. It doesn't hurt. And the fact that I can check my sugar over and over times a day keeps my diabetes under control. Now, unfortunately, because of the diabetes, I have nerve damage. So I have to take this medicine here called pregabalin. Lyrica also. This is for your nerve damage. I take the maximum dosage now. And I also have to take, this is my thyroid pill. I'm not going to show you all my information there. It's a bit private, but that's what you have. Now, what I've started to take to really help fix my stomach are probiotics. This one's really good. It has 5 billion daily cultures in it. So I take one of those a day, and then after I'm going to take this, because I saw it said IBS support probiotics. So hopefully after this treatment, my stomach will be fine. I've noticed it getting slightly better. Then, of course, I need something to get some greens and protein, so I found this. It does not taste good at all. And usually I'm not all for like vegan products and whatnot, but this is like pea protein and kale and spinach, where whey and milk products have been harsh on my stomach recently, so this will help. And these bars. These are amazing. They're so good. They don't taste like a normal protein bar. It's like a wafer thing. I've already had this one. I think 13 grams of protein per bar. It's a good snack. And then finally, a one a day, a men's multivitamin. I'm not going too crazy because really I just need to start to get better, and can't go to a gym, so I'm just lifting light weights to get in. Right now my thighs are burning because I did a bunch of squats. I can see I don't have much anymore. I used to have a ton of Bowflex weights, but I have this tiny little thing here. You know, just do a couple of these, couple of dips with squats, and eventually I'll be able to, you know, get better. And when I get to China or later in the year, I can do actual lifting to get back. Because just a few months ago, I could barely walk. I could barely get up the stairs. I mean, in June, it sucks to get sick. And I know there's always people who have it worse. Like my dad just got his leg amputated below the knee. There's other people out there who've had family members due to this. I'm not going to say the word, but we know the sickness and stuff. So it just sucks to get sick, and I don't wish it on any of you. So that's why I hope this video can, you know, shed light on people to go get their sugars checked and just get blood work, you know, at least once a year. And hopefully this inspires not Chinese people. Hopefully this inspires like other diabetics to try this device if they're scared and haven't jumped onto the Libra. Yeah, it is expensive if you're not covered by insurance. I don't have insurance, so I pay 120 or so per device twice a month because they only last for 14 days, so it gets pricey, but it changes lives. Anyways, any questions, leave them below, DM me on Instagram, and until next time, Hollywood, take it easy.